Okay, forget your usual math lesson. Seriously, today we're not just learning about indices and surds, we are preparing for a boss battle. Think of this topic as the final boss in a video game, and by the time we're done here, you're going to have all the power-ups and special moves you need to win. And here it is, the final boss. Yikes. That looks pretty nasty, right? A fraction with roots all over the place. But hey, don't panic. We're not going to try and fight this thing yet. No way. First, we need to go on a training montage and level up our skills. Then we'll come back here ready for the fight.
So let's get into it. Part 1. This is where we unlock your basic powers. In the world of maths, these powers are the laws of indices. Think of this as your training montage. Let's go.
First up, what even is a power or an index? Well, it's basically just a bit of mathematical shorthand. That little number up top just tells you how many times to multiply the big base number by itself. So 3 to the power of 4 is just 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which gets you 81. Simple. It's your most basic attack move. Now, this table right here, this is your inventory of power-ups. The first two are your absolute go-tos. When you multiply powers with the same base, you just add the indices. When you divide, you subtract them. Easy. Then you get the really cool ones, like a power of a power. You just multiply the indices together. Getting these down is going to make huge, scary problems just shrink. Let's see one of these combo moves in action. So you've got 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 4. Now, you could work out 8 times 16, but why would you? The combo move says just add the indices. 3 plus 4 is 7, so the answer is just 2 to the power of 7. It's a massive shortcut that'll save you a ton of time. Okay, now we're unlocking the special moves. These are the real game changers. First up, anything, and I mean literally anything, to the power of 0 is just 1. Done. Then you have the negative power. Now, this doesn't make the number negative. Instead, it's like a flip button. It turns it into a fraction. And the fractional power, well, that's just a root in disguise. A massive clue for what's coming up next. Right, that's our index powers sorted. Now it's time to meet the other enemy on the field, the wild Surds. These guys are a whole different type of challenge, but don't worry, they've got rules too, and we can use those rules to tame them. So, what is a surd? It's just the fancy name for a square root that gives you a totally messy, endless decimal. You know, the square root of 9 is 3. That's nice and clean, so it's not a surd. But the square root of 2 or 3 or 5, you can't write those down perfectly. They're irrational, a bit wild. Our job is to make them behave. So how do you weaken a big, ugly surd like the square root of 72? Your mission is to find a square number hiding inside it. So you think, what's the biggest square number that divides into 72? It's 36. So we can split root 72 into root 36 times root 2. And we all know the square root of 36 is just 6. So the whole thing simplifies down to 6 root 2. So much easier to deal with. Now listen up, because these are the rules of engagement. You can only add or subtract surds if the bit under the root is the same. Think of it just like algebra. You can add 2x and 5x, but you can't add 2x and 4y. Same deal. 2 root 3 plus 5 root 3 is 7 root 3. But the most important thing to see here is the danger zone on the right. Never, ever split a root over an addition. That is a classic trap, and it will cost you marks. Remember it. All right, we've got our index power-ups. We know how to tame those wild surds. Now it's time for the ultimate finishing move. This is the big one, the technique that's going to let us take that boss down. It's called rationalizing the denominator. This is the #1 unbreakable rule of the math arena. To get full marks for your answer to be fully simplified, you absolutely cannot leave a surd at the bottom of a fraction. It's just not done. So we need a special move to get rid of it. And here it is. This is your secret weapon. It's called the conjugate. Now, it sounds super complicated, but it's not. It's so easy. If the denominator is something like 2 plus root 3, its conjugate is just 2 minus root 3. You literally just flip the sign in the middle. That's it. And when you multiply them together, something magical happens. Let's watch this finishing move in action. We've got 5 divided by 2 minus root 3. Okay, the enemy is the denominator. We summon its conjugate, which is 2 plus root 3. Now, the key is you have to multiply both the top and the bottom by it. On the bottom, you get 2 minus root 3 times 2 plus root 3, which just becomes 4 minus 3, which is 1. See? The surd is gone. And we're left with our clean, simplified answer.
Okay, the training montage is over. We've unlocked our powers, we've tamed the wild Surds, we've mastered the ultimate finishing move. It is time. Let's go back to that problem from the start. It's time to face the final boss.
Look at it now. It doesn't look so scary anymore, does it? We know the plan. Step 1, identify the conjugate of the bottom. That's 2 root 3 minus root 2. And we multiply the top and the bottom by it. Step 2, we carefully expand the top brackets. Looks messy, I know, but we just gather up the like terms and we get 7 root 6 minus 12. Step 3, expand the bottom. And because we use the conjugate, poof, the surds just vanish, leaving us with 12 minus 2, which is 10. And there it is, our final answer. Boss defeated.
And that is it. Victory! A problem that looked impossible at the start is now completely doable, just by breaking it down and using the right moves. You have genuinely mastered the core skills of indices and surds. Well done. And for defeating the boss, you get a reward. This is the loot drop at the end of the level. It's a super quick summary of everything we've just covered, perfect for your exam revision. Here you go, your very own cheat sheet. You've got your special moves, the 0, negative, and fractional indices. You've got your main combo moves for multiplying and dividing. And of course, the finishing move, rationalizing with the conjugate. Go on, screenshot this. It's everything you need all in one place. So what's the real lesson here? It's that any math problem that looks impossible isn't. You just have to learn the rules of the game, practice the moves, and find the right strategy. You didn't just learn about surds today. You learned how to take down a boss. So the only question left is, which one are you going to take down next?